Good morning, children. Now, welcome to our next class. Today, we'll discuss about Newtonian mechanics. Before that, what we have discussed in our last class, just have a recall. On our last class, we have discussed about inertia. What is inertia? It is the inherent property of a body by which the body wants to stay on its condition of rest or motion. That means, if a body in the condition of rest will remain in rest, or a body in the condition of motion will remain in motion. After that, we have discussed about Galileo Sir's statement. According to Galileo Sir, a body in the condition of motion will remain so if there is no any external force. That means motion of a body will be uniform if no any force is working on it. Galileo Sir has given some argument based on his logic, and it was true when there are no dissipative force. But in actual life, there is no any place where there are no dissipative force. This Galileo Sir statements help Newton Sir to design the entire mechanics. And till the date, we respect the concept of Newton Sir, and by that only we have designed the laws of motion. We have taken the law designed by Newton Sir. So, first law is based on the condition of inertia. That's why first law is also known as law of inertia. So what is that? First law of motion. First law of motion. According to that, a body in the condition of rest or motion will continue till any unbalanced force is applied on it. Just look, it is giving the condition of inertia, that how much time or up to which level the inertia will be maintained on a body. It is till the unbalanced forces applied on it. Let this body is kept at rest. So, the body in the condition of rest. Now, when the force is applied on it, the body will come to in motion. So, why the body is in motion? Due to this unbalanced force. So, unbalanced force is breaking the inertia of that body. Also, when a body is coming and we have applied some force to stop it, again the motion of a body is stopped by applying unbalanced force. So, unbalanced force changes the inertia of the body. So, sometimes it is asked, what is the significance of first law of motion? What is the significance of first law of motion? So, first law of motion defines force. First law of motion defines force. Force is the factor which change the inertia of a body. How can define? Force is the factors which change the inertia of a body. So that is the significance of first law of motion. Now, there are some limitation of this law, and this is the greatness of Newton Sir, that when there are contradictions at some places, he starts to design the another law, and that's why he has moved to second law and then after third law. What is the limitation of this law? You just pause the video and think for 1 minute. What is the limitation of this law? This law is stating that force is changing the inertia, but this law can't measure it. So what is the limitation of this law? Limitation of first law. First law. It is limitation of first law, that it cannot measure the force. Because we have not any practical expression based on this, that how much force is required. Let a ball is coming to us, we will stop it. Now bullet train is coming to us, we will stop it. Is it possible? No, because expression is not. So mathematically this law is incomplete because it can't measure that how much unbalanced force is required to change the inertia of given body. What was the missing factor there? Missing factor is there that we can't measure the motion here. If we can measure the motion, then we can measure how much force is required to change. So we'll move to our next quantity that measure the motion of a body, and that quantity is momentum. So please write down the things. Now we're moving to the next topic, momentum. What is momentum? As I told, moment of motion of a body. Momentum. Moment of motion of any body is termed as momentum. The measure of motion of a body, that how much motion has, what is the magnitude of that motion, how much motion can produce impact on a body, is termed as momentum. Mathematically, momentum can be expressed as mass into velocity. Momentum is denoted by P and it is M and V. So momentum is product of mass and velocity. We can define that. What is SI unit? So SI unit of momentum will be, what is for SI unit of mass? It's a kg. What is the SI unit of velocity? Meter per second. So SI unit of momentum is kilogram meter per second. This helps to measure the moment of a motion. I'm giving a practical example. Let two vehicles, one is bicycle and another is a truck. A bicycle is moving with the speed of 10 meters per second, suppose, and a truck is also moving with the speed of 10 meters per second. Now the bicycle and the truck both are colliding to a wall. Bicycle and truck both are colliding to a wall. In which case the damage will be more, by the bicycle or by the truck? Obviously by the truck. Why? The speed of both of them is same, 10 meters per second, but the mass of the truck is very much than the mass of the cycle. So the truck will damage much. That is the outcome of momentum. So momentum of, in this case, momentum mass of, if we are talking about truck, the mass of truck into velocity, and here bicycle if you are talking, then mass of bicycle into velocity, both the velocity is same, but as the mass of the truck is more than mass of bicycle, so the momentum of truck will be more than the momentum of bicycle. Our concluding part in this topic is factors affecting momentum. That means momentum depends upon which two quantities. So please see the expression. Momentum is directly proportional to the mass of body and directly proportional to the velocity of body. More is the mass, more will the velocity. More is the momentum. More will the velocity, more will the momentum also. So momentum helps to measure that how much force we have to apply on a body to change the inertia. Momentum is also a factor which is related to find the relation of it with the force. That is only the second law of motion. We will discuss second law of motion in our next class. Till then, you just please watch the video 2 or 3 times and build the concept that momentum is responsible to measure the motion, and that motion helps us to find that how much force we have to apply to change the inertia of the body. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.